Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight 44, aka Zect44, and today I'm playing some Ratchet and Clank, which I absolutely love. And we're in the Blarg Station, which actually is going to give us two gadgets, which is actually going to be, one of them's interesting, but is my favorite, and the other one's generally one of my favorites in the entire series. But we're actually going to get the Taunter, which, it's not really a weapon. It has its uses. One of the main uses is to actually just easily break boxes, which I really can't find any boxes around here. But it's basically just, oh, it can actually destroy something else. But it basically just goes and... Actually, let's just go and do this first. It breaks boxes, it alerts enemies, which can actually be good in certain situations. But it's more of a weapon that, in combination with another weapon, makes really that other weapon quite deadly. But for the most part, we're not... Oh, shit. Oh well, I'm going to go and cut this out. Okay, back on the actual warship. I was trying to go into the actual thing, the actual quick select menu. Because, you know, what the hell, I kind of wanted to go into it. But here's one of the enemies that we're actually going to be facing here. Just go, jump over everything. And just, you know, go and do the hyper strike, whatever it is. We're going to be using the Pyrocester. This is another area which... Any area where there's a lot of those little guys, the Pyrocester is generally the best. The actual, what was it called? The Glove of Doom is not a good weapon to actually use with anything that... strikes the ground. By that I mean any kind of weapon, any kind of enemy like that one that sends out a shockwave sort of deal is very bad because it'll actually destroy all your little buddies, which is, you know, annoys the hell out of me. There's no idea why I went that way, since those mutant creatures don't actually give you all that much bolts. Actually, I've kind of wasted more money than I actually gained there. If I actually go and spend the money, I actually go and get, oh shit. It's all because they're spawning right underneath that thing. They only need two of them to actually go and destroy these guys. You can actually destroy those guys with a one strike of your Omni Wrench. One hyper strike from your Omni Wrench. Now those purple crates blue crates can't actually be destroyed except with an actual explosion, in which the TNT crates actually work. And also your explosive equipment, your Vis Bomb, your actual Devastator later on, you know, both of those. Your Bomb Glove. Actually, I'm going to be using the Blaster. You're going to want to use the Blaster to just run and gun. And then escape from that one. Again, it's best not to actually go and do, you know, like dilly-dally there. You get the info bot, you leave. That's all you really need to do. We're actually going to be going with this one, getting to Blackwater City, Rilgar. This is where we're actually going to be able to do the hoverboard race, and it's pretty much the penultimate level and the first part of the game. Which actually makes me think that this is going... This is only like
Darla Gratch
fourth
reporting
part.
live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Did you see that?
Yes, I hope that poor woman is all right.
She's fine, I think. I was talking about the hoverboard races.
Yeah, we're gonna finally be able to do those hoverboard races. Now this is the real, like, meter levels right here. There are 2 side paths you can actually take that are mandatory, but this is one of those. This is the real meter level. It's going to bring us to that mini boss that I was hinting at the last part, the end of the last part. Again, if you actually can go and do really, really well with the actual blaster, running and gunning with this, one of the things you're actually going to want to learn how to do. Just because, well, some of the other weapons, it's, you know, all of them are close range. Actually, shit. I would have been able to get that, I would have been able to use the taunter to, get this guy to actually run into that. Yeah, see, he's actually running toward. I never seen that. I never seen the shockwave actually move away. Like, actually, I never seen the actual thing do that. Okay, that should work there. Okay, maybe right here, that should work. And damn, right there, that should work. Some of these guys actually have some of those mutants in them. So just I like going to town just in case. Well, there shouldn't be any more anymore, so. Learning how to use all these weapons very effectively is one of the things you actually have to go and really get a hang of. Because a lot of the best weapons in the game are all the early weapons you can actually get. Mainly because a lot of them have, like the Pyrocenter and the Blaster, have high amounts of ammo you can actually get. And at the same time, also have pretty cheap ammo too. Swing shot, blaster, and a Pyrocenter, because there's gonna be more of those guys coming out of here. I mean, seriously, who puts those guys in there? Glove of Doom. Work your magic. And you're dead. Let's go for the next one. Come on, little guys, come to my aid. Oops. Good, killed it. That would have been bad if I got hit. Though I do have full health. It wouldn't have mattered too much. I still have no idea why people say the Pyrocenter sucked. Granted, this was on TV tropes. But seriously, where did people get the idea that this weapon sucked? Out of all the weapons in the series that some people seem to hate and never use, that I use all the time, this one seems to be the one that I think of first. How did that go? First of all, how did I actually dodge that? Second, how did that thing, like, elevate and go in the air? I had no idea. Shockwaves stick on the floor. Okay. This is another thing. If enemies can be stunned, you can actually just go and do that to kill them. Granted, I really don't do that too much with the Pyrocenter, That's more of like the lava guns territory for me. Do I have,
Hi there, Fuzzball.
I have enough of those. I have enough stuff. I can just go and get more over here. The Glove of Doom, here's the thing. You get ammo, generally, for the weapons that you use. If you don't actually use a weapon, you're not going to be getting ammo for it. Even if you have low ammo for it, you're most likely not going to be finding any. This little thing, I'll show that later on. I hardly ever use it, but it generally just helps you with the little sand mouse that shoots things for you. Quite useful, but the item we need to actually go and use it, it's kind of out of the way. Not to mention, it's also kind of, just in my opinion, ugly. Now, go back up. That should be it. Now we're actually coming up close to the mini-boss. And if you can actually guess what the mini-boss probably is going to be, yes, it is going to be one of the bigger alien enemies. I believe it was like the Alien Queen or something. And once again, the blaster does all of my work for me. Oh, crap. Okay, maybe I have to do some of the work some of the time. Only some of the time. Oh, shooting the floor. Now, I'm not really going to be using this weapon all too much on the boss up ahead. But I'll use it a little bit just for the opening, portion of it. Actually, holy shit, she's going straight easy. Ah, yeah, I got hit that because I was using the... Oh. They kill everything, and then she starts to attack again. I've never actually used a blaster on her. Go in the weapons, because I don't actually want to go and, what was it called? I don't really want to go and just do anything else. Good. It's gone. The quick select menu is only good when you're not actually in combat. Again, with the entire being able to run away and just have these little guys go out and take just all your enemies out is one of the reasons why it's such a good weapon. Granted, it is pretty expensive, 40 bullets per pop. It is quite expensive, but if you do use it a lot, it will actually appear in a lot of those boxes. If you don't use it too much, you're probably never going to see any ammo for it. Okay, one of the best gadgets coming up. Oh, look. Should I save him? Oh, he's gonna give me one of the best gadgets in the entire series. I might as well.
Whew! Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too. Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
Okay, the grind boots. Very, very fun to use. And in my opinion, the series that did grinding best is the Ratchet and Clank series. Though grinding in some of the later Sonic games, specifically, well, not Lost World. Ugh, Lost World and grinding. But Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleashed were pretty good. Basically, you go forward automatically. You really can't, you know, make yourself go any faster. But there are obstacles you can actually jump over. You can move around and, you know, jump onto other rails, and you can go and attack, which is all nice. And it's generally the grind rail allows you to actually have cinematic gameplay, while at the same time actually making you do things, and I really like that. Actually, wait, right there, that'll be good. And in the middle. Cool. Yay! I did it! Now to send Clank outside. Clank's gameplay and the entire series is a bit, it doesn't change too much, but it's kind of something that in my opinion, it would be a base breaker for me. I would think of it as being a base breaker at least. Some people might like it. Some people might hate it. I don't really care for it in this level. It doesn't really do anything for me. He just goes around. He can actually use the glide feature. He can only really jump, but his jump's kind of... It's not really to gain any, like, you can't really gain any kind of distance with it. It's only height to actually grab ledges. He can only really go and attack with the little punch, but it's quite funny seeing Clank take out things with just a punch. I'm not gonna say that I hate the Clank stages, it's just, except in Orzon, I kind of hate it. But this is a lot of puzzles. You can actually have some little puzzles when you're actually using Clank and shit. It's just that we're gonna have to come out here with Ratchet at one point to get a gold ball, and let's just say that fuck that, because these are actually good when you're using Clank, but trying to get on these, to be honest, really tiny pathways is just kind of difficult to do when you're Ratchet. However, one of the things we can actually do with Clank is that little beastie, that alien, probably not something we can actually go and kill with one hit. Can't kill it with one hit. Clank's not going to be able to do too much against it. You're going to die against it if you try going up head first. So, what we're going to actually do is, we have Gadgebots. What do? They do work. Plenty of work. We can actually either tell them to wait, they turn yellow, tell them to enter, which is going to go on later. Other things that are going to happen. Follow us, or attack. Now I'm just going to make them follow me. You get close to an actually enemy, a bit closer, and they go straight into attack. And it'll do multiple hits, because, well, there's multiple of them. And that's cool. See this little gate here? It has a 4 above it. Enter, and once it goes down to 0, stuff happens. Now, this basic gameplay is expanded in the second game, and actually, to be honest, until Crack in Time, my favorite Clank, all the stages, were in the second game when they were actually fun. They were boring in the first one. And some point, Orzon kind of just annoying. The third game's Clank stages were just bland as all hell. I didn't like them. And not to mention some checkpoint starvation too. However, the ones in the second game were really good. The ones in Tools of Destruction have both checkpoint starvation and just not being... Well, they are interesting. It's just that, damn, if you die, you have to start the entire thing from the very beginning. The ones in the second game are pretty good. Crack in Time really expands on everything, turning Clank into kind of just a lot of puzzles, basically. But size matters goes back to it kind of sucking because it just bores me. And Secret Agent Clank, I'm going to talk about that when I get to Secret Agent Clank.
I'm back.
So you are.
And I found this.
Hey, cool. It's a, what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great. I always wanted one of those, I guess.
Okay, now that we have everything done here, we actually got 2 gadgets here. The actual grind boots, where I'm actually going to equip the grind boots themselves just because we can actually see them on our actual just, you know, we can actually just see them, and that's nice. We're actually playing the game. Not to mention, we actually got the Hydro Displacer, which isn't the best gadget in the game, but it's actually pretty interesting. Because of the later games actually give you an entire suit, I kind of like having, you know, I might not actually have a helmet on, but I kind of like having at least shoes on. If you actually go back in it and go and click on whatever shoes you actually have at that point in time, you can actually de-equip them. If you just want to see Ratchet as being shoeless again. But then again, that just makes me think that he's poor. Which, to be honest, I kind of think that's exactly how it would probably be. Even though he has his own garage. Oh well. I wonder what life on Velden will actually be like. Though if you haven't noticed it actually yet, by now, I have overanalyzed most of the entire series. I've overanalyzed everything because I'm just a complete fanboy. I'm not gonna hide that. Now, this part kind of tripped me up a couple of times. It was pretty much until Up Your Arsenal that you really can't in Up Your Arsenal actually go and really lose yourself. At several times in this game, and definitely in maybe once or twice in Going Commando, I didn't know what I was supposed to actually do. Especially in this game, I didn't know what I was supposed to do in some points, just because, well, this was going into the 3rd year of me actually playing games. Before this, I only really had 2 years of experience while playing games. Only one on an actual console, so there is some of that stuff. You actually can only attack while you're not in the water, so you have to go and destroy that, then go put the water back. I mean, with a name like the Hydro Displacer, really, what would you actually think you're doing with it? And once again, we're actually going to have that little glitch once we get out of here. But actually going on that, how to do everything in this game. Son of a bitch. How to do everything in this game kind of was a little challenge. It's nothing that's really god dang it territory. It's just I was a kid, and that explains everything. I've actually made it quite a lot of times. Just glided down here without actually getting on the slide. Now here's the thing: get out the pyrometer, get ready, and move it. This was hell as a child. This entire place is going to flood. Run like hell. Use the pyroster so that you can actually kill these guys and they don't actually do anything if you just have the pyroster. So you can actually do that, what was it called, without actually really having to stop. I'm easily going to win this, but if you actually don't go and do this as fast as possible, you just have barely enough air to actually do this. However, this is pretty much the last time in the entire series that you're actually going to have to go. Even in this game, this is pretty much the last time you're actually going to have to go in the water and do shit like that. Because you don't actually have to submerge in the water any other time in the entire game for the most part that gets even close to being that daring. Okay, we're actually going to have to spend quite a bit of cash here. So let's go and kill these guys. The only bad thing is, yeah, look, there's 2 of these buttons here. They actually connect, but you have to go to the same 2 places before you can. If you get to the hoverboard races first, you're actually going to be stopped here by this gate. You get to here at Quark first, you're gonna be stopped here. It's stupid. Oh well.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance. You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you quickly Oh! Just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Okay, well, that was interesting. To be honest, if you could get 1 million bolts by snapping Quark in his underpants, I would love to do that because, like I said earlier, that's a trophy. And that also is going to take you a couple of playthroughs to actually go and do. This game is kind of stingy with the actual bolts compared to all the other games in the series, which you can easily get 1 million within one playthrough. And in multiple playthroughs, weapons cost $1 million in the second playthrough. Or 1 million bolts anyway. But see ya, everybody. See you for now.